Hi everyone, Lady GTV here again. Today I will be making cassava bammy, and that is very popular in Jamaica and all the islands, included Africa, and and in South America where it originates. So cassava. I'm gonna give you a little history about cassava before I start. You know what? Cassava originated from the tropic called Americas. That's in South America, okay? And it was introduced into Africa in the Congo basin by the Portuguese around in the 1500. And today it supports the livelihood of over 300 million African. It's a big staple in the African diet today. That's one of the main ingredients in fufu. Fufu is made from plantain and cassava, and that's a big part of the African diet. And you know what? It is very rich in carbohydrate, calcium, vitamin B, C, and essential mineral. And it was initially adopted as a reserve crop, cultivated around in for the African countries. So when they say you know um farming reserve, that means when food is short, there is always cassava. So that was cultivated a lot for just that period. Okay. And cassava is also called tapioca and yaka. That's the name you see in the supermarket. YUCA yaka. Okay. And basically, you know what, it's a big staple all around the world. For most melanated people and people in South America, Brazil and Bolivia, because I think those are the two places where it's basically originated about 10,000 years ago in southern Brazil and eastern Bolivia, and that's along the Amazon basin. So that's my little research there on cassava. Okay, so right now I will be making cassava, using the cassava to make bami, and this is what basically the cassava look like. Okay, it is waxy. The outside is very waxy and hard, right? So in order to get it to the point of bami, I've got to peel it, wash it, and most people grate it. If you don't, who still grate. If you have a food processor, I find it's very easier with the food processor. So okay. So right now I'm just gonna peel it. I peel most of it already and cut it up. I just keep this one just to show you the process, okay? So basically I'm peeling it right now. It's easy to peel, even though the skin is very waxy. See, very easy to peel. And this can keep when you buy this, and this can keep at home for a while. It doesn't spoil very easily. It's basically like yam, but a different texture. Okay, so basically that's it. It has a lot of nutrient in it, but it's high in carbohydrate and fiber, all of that, so it's very good for you. So this is basically how you peel it. Okay, and it's very hard at some point. Okay, and what you do, you just split it down the line like this, because in between it has like a piece of string, and you want to get rid of that, because that is very hard and it's not very good. So that's this part, you just cut it right out. Okay, here it is, that yellow piece of string. Yeah, so you just get rid of that, because that's very hard. And when you're making your bami, depending on how much bami you want to make, so that's how you would go with the cassava. Okay, so I have quite a bit cut up already. So this is gonna go in the blenders, in the food processor. So I started to cut it up, smaller. Okay, so I have some soaking already, because when I'm making it, what I normally do is just cut it up and soak it for a bit to get a little of the starch out of it. So So this is how you cut it up, okay? And the food processor is very fast in the food processor, and it comes out just like if you grater it. So the food processor, you just start, put it on and let it run. And once it gets small pieces, I always put it on pulse, and pulse bring it to that to the state of grater, like you know you would grate it. Okay, so that's basically it right there. So I'm gonna start the food processor. So you might hear a little noise for a bit because it takes a few minutes to, depend on how much you're doing, you know. So basically, okay, let's clean that up. Yeah, Balmy is very popular, but it's expensive when you buy the finished product. You get two sort of medium size in a bag for like $5 or so, you know. So it's expensive. So I like to make it, you know, myself, because at least no preservative or anything, you know. And I grew up with my grandmother making it, you know, so that's so I watch her and learn from her. Yeah, I like to make most of my things from scratch. Okay, I'm gonna start processing some now. It's gonna take a bit. I'm just gonna do a bit just to show you, because I have some ready to go, so I'm not gonna go through all of this, you know. It's gonna take too much time. So I'm just gonna do this a certain amount and just show you. Okay. Okay, let me just scrape it down and start pulsing it. Okay. And when you pulse, you gotta keep your finger on the pulse. So this is gonna bring it to the grated stage. Okay, let's see what does that look like. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, I think this will do it. Pulse it a little bit more, a couple more minutes, and all of that. Done. Okay, just keep that and put it in. Okay, I'll give it one more whisk, and okay. See, and this is what it looks like. Same process if you're grating it. Yeah, it has a lot of moisture in it. Yeah, a lot of moisture. So when you put it in, you don't have to put any water or anything, because it makes a lot of moisture. Just going to do a little bit more. Just do a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Pulse now. And just give it a little bit of scrape down. Almost done. I'm not gonna do any more after this. Okay, pulse. And this should be good. Yeah. Okay, that's it. So that's the whole idea there. You do it, okay? And this is what it looks like when you finish. That's what it looks like. Okay, and like I said, it has a lot of moisture in it. Okay, that's it. These I can clean up later. Okay, and I'll just show you the process. From here, because like I have done the ones I'm going to use to make the Balmy earlier on last night, so because you do it like that way and you get a lot of moisture out of it. And it also, if you're gonna make you can make your cassava dumpling from it. You wouldn't make it from this fresh one. I'll show you in a bit. Let me just grab my cheesecloth. So basically, what you're gonna do right now, you're gonna put it through a cloth, and you're gonna squeeze all of the moisture out of it, and I'll show you what all that moisture looks like. And that, I think, is the part that you can make starch, which people used to starch your clothes. So you're gonna put it in there, and you see there, see all of that moisture has to come out. All of that moisture, see, it has a lot of moisture. All of that has to come out. And once you finish with that, you're going to put it on a clean sheet, clean, because it's going to left to dry, okay? So see, that's how it comes out, looking like that. And then you just, that's it. So it's going to leave there, overnight. I would say leave it overnight, because it still have a lot of moisture in it, okay? So this is what you do. You just wring it out. All that moisture, get rid of it. You know what? Let me just put the food processor out of the way right now. Won't be using this right now, so. Okay. So you can actually see all of that, and I think that's the starch that they made starch from. The starch clothes back in the day. Back in the day, when we were going to school, uniform had to be starch, stiff, and then iron, and it was all done from cassava starch. Okay, so this is it. You just throw that out. Okay, and you just crumble it up. You're going to continue to crumble it up because it's going to leave like that to dry. Let me just get the rest of this done. Okay. You see all that moisture that comes out of it? See? Has a lot of moisture. See? Lots and lots of moisture in it. And Bammy, when you get your Bammy done, it can heat just like that. Or overnight you put it in coconut milk or whichever milk you prefer. You cut them up and put it to soak. And the next day you fry it and have it with some escovitch fish or some saltfish or anything you choose to have it with, See, look at that. It has a lot of moisture. See? Look. Yeah, so this is why when you do it, you have to like leave it overnight. See? Look at that. So you're just gonna crumble it all up and it's gonna stay overnight. There you go. That's the process with it. And this is all the moisture that came out of it. And you throw this away. Don't use it. Throw it away. Do not use it. Okay. Let me just wash my hands. Clean up my countertop. Okay, and I'll show you the finished product and what we're gonna be making the Balmy from that. And I like to use my skillet, so that's gonna be there. When I finish later on, I do the rest and just leave it there. And this you can put, when it's dry, you put it away in the fridge and you make your dumpling, cassava dumpling, nice cassava dumpling from it. Okay. So right now, this is the one that was dried from yesterday. Oh yeah, I did that a couple days. I did that yesterday, so it's all dried. All dried. I'm just gonna turn my skillet on low a low heat. And basically, what we're gonna do with that, we're gonna add some salt to it. So you have to put salt in it, and then we're gonna sieve it. Just add a bit of salt to it, depending on how much. And you see, look at it. See, it's still, yeah. So you just go like this to get it all smooth out, like that. See, because you still have a few lumps in it, so you just go like that, and it all just comes out nice in, So just do like that. So basically, I have a sieve here. So what I'm gonna do, gonna sieve it. So you want to get it through the sieve, the sieve it, so you get it very nice, no lumps, and that's where you're gonna make your Balmy from. So you just keep doing that. Put some more. And you sieve it. So it become very smooth, no lumps, and as I say, you mix it up, you put some salt in it, just like if you were doing it for your fried dumpling, you put salt in your fried dumpling. You know, it's basically, so you just sieve it through. Okay, you just sieve. Put a bit more. Okay, so now my skillet is on. And then we're gonna make a few right now. Okay. I normally put a little bit of oil in the pot. I use my extra virgin coconut oil. I just put a little to grease the pot. And I'm gonna be using this to stabilize my bammy, to keep it in place. Okay. So you don't want to have your stove up too high so it get burned or anything. Okay. Just wait for that to get heated up. Once my skillet, it's my cast iron skillet I like to use. Yeah, I don't use non-stick pans, either cast iron or my stainless steel. I find the non-stick scratch and whatever they used to make the non-stick, I'm not too comfortable with using it. Yeah. But to each his own. I prefer my skillet. Yeah. Okay, so I put that on. And I am going to pour in my bammy. Because you want, this is what gonna form it, And you can, put it at any size you want to get it done. So I just use this and taper it off. Yeah, just get it all nice and flat in there. Yeah, and like I said, you don't use a very high heat on it. Just have a low heat. Oh, this is what you see, this flatten it out. And once it's, then you then turn it over. Well, this is a bit high, to be honest. This one is a bit high, so just got to navigate my way around it. Takes a few minutes on each side, I'll get my spatula. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of work, but it's fun. And you're doing it for yourself, not the store-bought one. I wonder if that seal is yet. Yeah, so you got to get it down firm. This should be shorter, but right now, I want to see if I can flip it soon. How is it coming along? Yeah, let's see. Oops. Maybe I got to put it back on for a bit longer. Okay. Yeah, you got to really get it firm. all the way around. Firm, firm, firm in place, okay? Keep it firm, nice and firm. Okay. Let's see. Firm. This should have been halfway, had you know. But I can't seem to find the rest right now. Okay. Yeah. So let me see if I can flip it over now. Whoops. Okay, let's see. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Let me just grab a plate. It's a messy process also, you know. It's a messy process. A little bit longer. Stove up a bit more. It's a little bit higher. Discard it all, folks. And folks, that's one. I'm just gonna get rid of all of this in the pot. To do the next one, I'll do about 3 so you can have an idea. So that's 1 there so far. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit more oil, my extra virgin oil. Okay, put my thing back in. And we're gonna add some more. Okay. Let's see if that's enough. Give it a little bit more. And just make sure it's all nicely down, firm, all around. Yeah. Keep it firm. Like I said, I should have used a halfway one. This is very high. I couldn't find the rest. So basically, this is what I had to use right now. So it would be much easier if I had a shorter one, but keep Fatten it down. It's a slow process, lots of work, but the payoff is very delicious. And you're doing it yourself, you know, so you know it's all clean, no preservative, nothing to keep it, because you know the package one, anything that package, it has a shelf life, so they have to add preservative in it to keep it, you know, to keep it that way. That's why I like to do quite a few stuff for myself. Flip it over. You get two in a package this size in the store for I think $4.99, $5. And you know I buy about several pounds of cassava at 97 cents a pound. And I'm gonna have stuff, you know, I could make bammy and I still have left if I want to make some cassava dumpling. Another day I'll just make a dish with some cassava dumpling, you know. And cassava dumpling is so good for you. You could use a cassava with green plantain to make your dumpling. You don't even have to use white flour, you know. Okay, and that's another one done. And I'm just gonna do one more, and that's it. Yeah, let me just clean up a pot. I like to clean up as I go along, because otherwise it makes it burn and doesn't look too good. Yeah, so I'll do one more and that would be it. So put a little more oil in it, and as I say, it's my